right? Which one should I do for my next review? Should I do the Sinanju? It is the much more remarkable and well-known one. On the other hand, the Sinanju Stein is eloquent, state-of-the-art, and something that more young gunplay users are more likely to build.
But the real question is, which one is better?
Screw it, I'm gonna review them both. The MSN-06 Sinanju was developed by Anaheim Electronics and was based off the blueprints of both the RX-93 New Gundam and MSN-04 Sazabi, as a successor to both mobile suits. Successors possessed, Anaheim Electronics was able to miniaturize and further advance psychoframe technology, resulting in the development of smaller but more compact mobile suits such as the MSN-06 Sinanju over here. Developed by Anaheim Electronics, the Sinanju was originally intended for the use by the Earth Federation as first a new class of mobile suits, and second as a prototype to what would eventually become the RX-0 Unicorn. However, the cargo ship transporting both Sinanju Stein models were hijacked by Neo Zeon, now calling themselves the Sodechiki, or in English terms the Sleeves, and took the two mobile suits. Looking at the Sinanju here, the Sinanju, similar to previous Zeon mobile suits, was customized to fit into the Zeon arsenal. For example, the Sinanju has a mono-eye, shoulder pieces which are bulkier with spikes attached for ramming purposes, and excess pipes for increased mobility. Full Frontal, the second coming of Char, wanted to emphasize the image that Char was still around. And doing so, the Sinanju was customized to possess traits from previous mobile suits used by the Red Comet himself, such as the red coloring, increased speed through additional thrusters so that he could reach 3 times the speed of conventional mobile suits, making it look like a Red Comet, and Zeon or sleeve symbols all over the mobile suit. When looking at the paint job of the Sinanju, mine happens to be a titanium finish. In doing so, it's colored in a shiny red overcoat, which amplifies the deep red design. Like a certain somebody. The sleeve marks happen to be stickers, and while the gold stickers are aesthetically pleasing, they happen to fall off as time passes, which is why I overcoated them or colored them through my own paint job. The end of the thrusters and the fuel tanks are in a shiny white paint job to stand out and showcase the malevolous actions conducted in battle. On the other hand, the Sinanju Stein has a more Federation-esque design because of the fact that it is a Federation mobile suit, and in doing so it differentiates itself apart from the other mobile suits produced by Zeon. Free from the limitations and burdens of society, but not fitting in. It's gonna be a hard time fitting in with others. Always lonely, always talking to oneself. As my version happens to be the extra finish of the high-grade Sinanju Stein, rather than the bleak grey and white paint job, it happens to be in a shiny silver-esque overcoat, amplifying the prowess and fierce design of the Stein. Similar to the Sinanju, the sleeve iconography are composed of stickers, but instead of the red and gold paint job, the Stein possesses a silver and blue paint job, with the sleeve symbol being composed of white markings. Besides the silver and blue paint job, the hands and other parts are similar in color to that of the Sinanju.
done?
When looking at the posability of the Sinanju, as a gunpla, the high-grade Sinanju is capable of various poses and a wide array of movements. In doing so, the arms are free and the head is movable in all directions. Even the thrusters have their own individual movements, as thrusters and the fuel tanks can move by their own without any hindrances whatsoever. However, as an early high grade, it does lack certain points in articulation. For example, the waist here is almost non-existent, as it only can move from side to side. On the other hand, the leg, due to its outer armor, restricts any movements, which Bandai later fixes in the Sinanju Stein. While the Sinanju may have been relatively posable, Bandai, through the years of research and development, were able to improve on the basic high-grade design for improved performance. This is due to the fact that the updated joints and additional firepower make it a blast when posing. The elbows and arm joints have been improved as the Stein is capable of a full bend, unlike the Red Boy here. However, the most important improvement in my eyes happens to be the leg joints. However, the Stein is equipped with an open joint where the armor and joint parts are separated, allowing for a diverse array of movements and poses. Besides those major changes, the articulation more or less stay relatively the same. When looking at the accessories of the high-grade Sinanju, it comes as the shooting hand, fist, and holding hands. When it comes to armament, it has a beam rifle capable of attaching various accessories, especially the grenade launcher. The Sinanju also comes with 2 beam sabers, and unlike the Federation version, the Sinanju has a Fury beam effect similar to a certain Star Wars character. The Sinanju also comes with a shield, which has a Xeon-esque design used for blocking incoming projectiles, but also for stabbing. When looking at the Stein's accessories, most of them are similar to that of the Sinanju, minus a few variations. We got the fists, holding hands, and shooting hands. But unlike the Sinanju, when it comes to weapons, we got the beam rifle. Internally, it shares the same pieces and mold as the Sinanju's. But unlike that of the Sinanju, is that the Sinanju Stein's rifle does not possess the ACOG scope, and instead has an outer casing to protect the rifle from getting muddled in dirt and dust. When it comes to the beam saber, the Stein happens to be faithful to its Federation design with little to no variation, as the Stein possesses a beam saber similar to those seen in other Federation gunpla. When it comes to size comparisons, here is the Sinanju and Sinanju Stein next to a Gundam, Godzilla, the Unicorn Gundam, and my personal favorite figure, the SH Monster Arts Kiryu. However, if you're short on cash and if you could only buy one kit, I would prefer the Sinanju Stein. However, if you prefer the Red Shaw-esque design, the Sinanju would be your preferred option. But to conclude, they are both great kits, and if you have the choice, I would highly recommend buying both, especially the Sinanju Titanium finish or the Stein's Extra finish if you can find them, as they stand out among ordinary high grades and in certain instances surpass the aesthetically pleasing designs of the real grade.
With the review done, now there's nothing left. Only my loneliness and despair. Let's get it done with.
Jikai.